What is that? EKS. So I'll start something today. EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. Write it down. Elastic Kubernetes Service. EKS is nothing but Elastic Kubernetes Service. Now, what is this EKS is all about? What is this EKS is all about? Kubernetes service. Now, why do you require Kubernetes, and why you already have EC2 instance? You have EC2 instance. Creating a server and deploying an application. Why we are learning for Kubernetes? So before you go for Kubernetes, first let us recap what is meant by virtual machine versus container. Can anyone tell me, do you remember what is the difference between virtual machine? Virtual machine in AWS is called as, what is that? EC2 instance. What is the difference between an EC2 instance and a container? What is the difference? Anyone? Container is a physical? No. Sir, container is physical? No. Okay. Anyone, online people? Anyone, online people, please let me know. Anyone, online people, please let me know. Okay. So, what is a virtual machine? EC2 instance. EC2 instance is a virtual machine. Yes or no? It's a virtual machine. Virtually exists. So, very, very important. Each, okay, what is that? Virtual machine has its own, what is that? Operating system. Yes or no? Each and every operating. So, each and every virtual machine, you have operating system. What is meant by container? What is meant by container? Very, very important. Okay, container basically, okay, generally will not have in, what is that? Will not have full operating system. Only the required. So, in this case, what do you go and create? You install operating system, plus in your operating system is installed on hardware, plus you install some application on this system. Yes or no? So if you want to see, if you want to run this entire thing, this is a virtual machine. What is meant by a container? It has its application system. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you in physically what is meant by virtual machine. So what do? Normally you remember, right? I'll go and create a physical server. Yes or no? I'll create a physical server. Physical server has its own, what is that? OS. Then you remember I install virtualization. Okay, for virtualization, generally people will install. You install virtualization, yes or no? After you install virtualization, now you will go and create virtual number 1, virtual number 2, 3, yes or no? This is virtual machine 3. This is virtual machine 2. This is virtual machine, what is that? 1. And each and everything has its own full operating system, sir. And then you will install, what is that? What is that? What do you install? Operating system. Yes or no? But how and what is a container? You will install a physical machine. You will install OS. You will install, okay, container engine, containerization software. Then you will create similar container 1, container 2, and then what is that? Container 3. Yes or no? Sir, what is this container? Container contains only, what is that? What is that it contains? What is that contains application? Only application is there. Then there is no OS. Then how it is working without OS? These applications are using which OS? This OS. Is it clear? So what is the container? If you talk about what is a container, container is a very lightweight. Okay. Now is it having full operating system? Is it having full operating system? No. So if you see this virtual machine, normally, if you go and create OS will be 25 GB. Yes or no? Then you have application. Application will be, let us take an example, 500 MB. Yes or no? Yes or no? So total here, if you see, nearly 26 GB is your normal one virtual machine. If you see here, this application is how much size? Now this container size is one container is how much size? Which one is easy to load? Which one is easy to copy? Is it clear? Which one is very easy to create a container? And now I think I'll tell you one more important point. What is that important point? Now you are installing, let us assume you are installing, what is that? Full OS. What is the meaning of full OS? Tell me. What is the meaning of full OS? If you install full OS, in this operating system, what do you have? Let us take an example. Why are you installing this full OS in one virtual box? You have one virtual machine, right? In that virtual machine, you are installing operating system, and in top of that one, you are installing what application? What is that you are installing? SAP application you are installing. Now, can you tell me what is the meaning of full OS? When you install OS, what do you have? So you have, what do you have in your OS? What do you have? Audio drivers. Yes or no? In your OS. What is that? More, tell me. Next, tell me anything. Anything. Audio, video, printer, graphic card, RAM. Then what do you have? More drivers. Tell me. Example. Online people, if you are not participating, you can sign off and sleep. This video is getting recorded. I need some participation on online people. Any more drivers? You have printer, you have graphic card, you have camera related drivers, and then you have, what is that? Yes or no? Lot of things, lots of drivers are there when you install operating system. That is the reason when you install operating system. So I am able to speak to online people because what is running? Audio. What did I install? Go to meeting. Then video. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, graphical GUI, gaming, scanner, and components. All these drivers are present here. All are loading in my RAM. If you see, right, device driver management, when you go and click on, all are in my operating system. Whenever you reboot the system, so you see, sir, Bluetooth, sir. Come on, guys. So if you see here, right, you have then what is that? Yes or no? Is it supporting in this operating system? Now you see, so if you see Bluetooth, then you have audio, computer, disk, a framework, HMD, keyboard, keyboard. Then what do you have? Monitor, yes, monitor drivers. Lots of drivers are there. And whenever you start the computer, I'm able to draw this diagram, I'm able to talk, I'm able to do video because all these drivers are loading in my RAM. See here, how many things are loading in my RAM? What is the highest processing running? What is the 8.5? Then you have yes or no? So that is the reason why if you go back and see, if you install what is your full operating system, all these things are loading, and then you have lastly what is that? What is that? What is that application you are installing? SAP driver. Now all these things are running in this particular system, yes or no? All these things are loaded in RAM, yes or no? So that is the reason you require minimum how much of RAM? How much of RAM? 8 GB of RAM. Windows operating system, when you go and create it, full operating system, when you go for it, you require 8 GB because all these things are loading: audio, video, camera, basically printer, graphic card, that, Bluetooth. Now you please tell me. Now you tell me. If I go and create one container here, what driver should load? And one more thing before I go for that one. When you install full operating system, all these things will be loaded. Yes or no? In your RAM. So when you restart the computer and when you start the system, slowly everything is loading. Okay. How much time is required to reboot the system? What is the meaning of when you start the system? How much time it is taking to completely load the system? Tell me. Windows operating system, how much time it will take? Tell me loudly, sir. 3 minutes. Why it is taking 3 minutes? Why it is taking 3 minutes? See, because in the board answer it is there, sir. Why it is taking 3 minutes? It should load Bluetooth drivers, monitor drivers, application drivers, audio drivers. All these things are loaded. It is loading. There is a program which is loading, and at the end of the day, it will say, "Welcome to Windows operating system." 3 minutes it is taking. It is taking 180. What is that? It is taking how much? 180 seconds to load. Yes or no? It is taking 180 seconds to load. Yes. Now you tell me, if I create a container, what will load? What will load? Container contains? What did I ask you to write it down? Container contains what? Container contains, what does that container means? Only files. I asked you to write, what is that you have written? Container contains, what is that? Just now you have written, what is that you have written?
Sir, your voice is not clear.
1 minute. Now it should be clear, sir. Now tell me, container contains, what is that? I told you, come on guys, don't sleep in the class also. Container contains, what is that?
Only
Application.
required libraries.
Only require libraries. So what is your application here? What is this application? SAP. Now SAP application requires, SAP require audio drives? SAP application require audio? No. SAP application, man, you are using Facebook, you require SAP. You need any video drive in SAP? SAP is an application, you don't require. Printer may you know require it. If you are going for Linux operating system, okay, camera related, scanning related, gaming console, no. Maybe GUI drivers you require it. Bluetooth you don't require. Monitor you don't have anything. Now how many are loaded? How many? 1 and 2 and 3. How much time this one will take to restart? When you restart, only what is getting loaded here?
Only how many drivers are getting loaded? Only required drivers. It may launch it in how many seconds? How many? 2 seconds. Whereas your EC2 instance is taking how much? 180 seconds. Yes or no? Yes or no? So that is a container. You get an advantage with container. Sir, what is a container? Only required things are there. So what is that one? Proper resource management is happening. For each and everything, when you go and create your virtual machines. Hundreds of virtual machines you go and create it. Hundreds of virtual machines. All the virtual machine has the full operating system. Everything will be loaded. If everything is loading, basically you need a more RAM. So you are using more and more resources unnecessarily. When you go for a container has only required libraries. Write it down if you don't miss it. Only required libraries. Whatever that application is there, right? Whatever that application is there, that required application libraries will be loaded. So that is the reason when you launch a container can be launched in 1 or 2 seconds. Whereas a EC2 instance will take lots and lots and lots of time. So lightweight, if you see a container may be like 500 MB, 600 MB, 700 MB or max 1 GB size. Whereas normal your EC2 instance will be 30, 40 GB, 50 GB of size. So whenever you want to copy from one location to another location, it is very, 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 very heavy weight. Is it clear, online people, classroom people? Please let me know what is meant by virtualization and container. Very, 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 very important. Is it clear? See the difference? What is the difference? What is meant by a virtual machine? You will install all your infrastructure, network and everything. Then you will install hypervision for your virtualization. Then each and every virtual machine has its own OS operating system. OS. And then OS will have, what is that one? Binary, library, files and application 1, application 2. When you go for a containerization, you buy the same hardware, install operating system, then you will install Docker or whatever you want, then container, then you have only applications. So if this one you want to launch, it can be created in 1 or 2 minutes. So you are not wasting unnecessary lot of memory management, unnecessary other components are there and all these things are there. So I'll tell you what are the advantage. Can anyone tell me in this diagram what is an advantage? So let's take simply, sir, very, very important. Sir, see, this is my hardware hypervisor. This is virtual machine 1 and let's take an example. This is virtual machine 2. In virtual machine I install operating system. I then install, what is that? Let us take an example. What is that? SC application. Now tell me, in operating system, Microsoft has released one, what is that? Patch related to, what is that? What is that? Bluetooth. It's a very, very high security patch. Bluetooth. Then what do you need to do? You need to install it. Yes or no? So you install Windows patches. When you install Windows patches, what is the mandatory step you need to do? What is the mandatory step you need to do when you install Windows patches? Okay, you need to, what is that? Restart. Why are you restarting? Because what drive came? Bluetooth. Like this one, we have around, how many drivers are there? 40 drivers are on. Can you tell me, is there any useful with Bluetooth drive for SAP application? But when you apply it, when you reboot it, why are you rebooting? Because of Bluetooth. Is there any correlation between Bluetooth and SAP? Nothing is there, but still I have to reboot, right? Unnecessary, because why? That component is present in my SAP application. Is it useful? No, but it is part and parcel of my, what is that? OS. Unnecessary components are installed. Whenever any camp drivers, you need to install camp drivers, you need to reboot it. But when you go into, what is that? When you go into containers, what is getting loaded? Only the requires, what is that? Drivers are getting loaded into this system. Yes or no? When you reboot the system here, in this system, when you restart the system, what will happen? It will close everything and again it will load all. Yes or no? All the things are loading. It is taking how many? Whereas when you container, you restart it, it is taking how much? What is that? Which one is good? Virtual machine or container? Which one, sir? Containerization. Is it clear? Containerization is good. So this is called as virtual machine containers. Anyone has any questions? Okay. Anyone has any questions? What is meant by virtual machine and a container? It is going to be a gunshot interview questions. Not a single things we cannot miss it. All over the world, everyone are going for concept called as container. But as an example, very recently, I think 8 or 9 months back, Amazon itself only claimed like we reduced 40% of the cost when we moved away from microservices to monolithic. So we'll talk about the advantage, disadvantage and everything. But anyone has any questions, please acknowledge it saying that you understood or not understood. Please let me know. Is it fine? Anyone has any questions? What is meant by EC2 instance, that is virtual machine versus a container? Is it clear? Is it clear? Anyone has any questions? Because I'm going to explain you right now what is monolithic application and microservices. Before we go and show you practically, we need to go for what is monolithic application and microservice. Any questions? Anyone has any questions? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us go for it. What was there in previously? Now we will talk about what is that? What is that? With the help of this container and microservices came into picture, right? It has solved a lot of good problems. I'm talking about right now, what is that? Application. Now, can you tell me simply, I think I already explained you, tell me something about Amazon application. In Amazon application, Amazon.com is a big application. What is Amazon.com application contains? Amazon application contains, can I log into the Amazon username and password? There is an authentication. Yes or no? Can I in Amazon.com, can I add my products to what is that? Yes or no? Cart, can I add it to the cart? Can I go and provide a rating in Amazon? Yes or no? Hey, this product is 1 rating, waste product, good product, yes or no? Can I order Amazon? In order, can I buy a purchase in Amazon? Yes or no? Can I go and provide, whenever you order it, what is happening? Validation of credit card or debit card, yes or no? So one Amazon.com contains here example, how many, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules. In application of Amazon, variety of things are there. So what do we do? So keep it in your mind. How world is getting changed, sir. So what we used to do in the olden days, one of the finest and most important topic in your life in 2023. If you don't understand this one, don't ask me. If you don't understand, if you nod your head, sir, I understood everything, and afterwards I don't understand anything, I'm not responsible for it. This is a mandatory interview question until 6 years. Anyone in the world will you go for it. So I have an application. Application has how many modules? 5 modules. So in the olden days, virtualization or anything, what I will go? I will go and create hardware. I will install hypervisor. I will install, okay, or basically some like control Z. I will take here, I'll take an example of this is one virtual machine. Yes or no? Then what I am installing in this virtual machine, what is that? Full operating system. Then this Amazon.com is developed in, you need to install, what is that? IIS, you remember? Web server. So I will install IIS. Is it clear? And then in top of this one, you are going to install what is that? Application. Yes or no? In the application, what do you have? Login, cart, rating, order, validation. Yes or no? So this application contains these many things. Is it clear? Please write it down. Please write it down. What are we doing? Amazon.com is a large application. Yes or no? All the Amazon applications are present in normally. This one application, all the modules are present here. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now let us take an example. Let us take an example. Sir, one server we are in danger. So what do? You go and create, what is that? You remember? Again, you install application here, Amazon application, login, credit card, rating, okay, ordering, and then what do? Validation, install operating system. Yes or no? Now what is happening? Write it down. Each and every system, each and every virtual machine or each and every system, you are installing the full application. Amazon.com is full, all modules are installed. Yes or no? This is called as, write it down, monolithic applications. Monolithic application. Monolithic application. What is meant by monolithic application? Full application is present here. Full application, Amazon.com, all modules are present in one server. You want to create another server? All components of Amazon.com, you will install it here. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now, online people, is it clear? So, you have an application. In this, you create one operating system, you install the software, and you install the Amazon application. Amazon application contains 5 modules. All modules are there. Fantastic. Clear? Anyone has any questions here? Online people, please let me know. Is it clear? This is called as monolithic application. Sir, what is this monolithic application, sir? I don't know. Let me show you. Monolithic architecture. What is that monolithic architecture? Module 1, module 2, module 3, all are in one. Yes or no? So monolithic architecture. Monolithic architecture. Sir, seems to be very good, sir. Monolithic architecture is very good. What is the disadvantage of this monolithic architecture? So to tell you the disadvantage of architecture, very straightforward, sir. Now, you people are logging into Amazon.com. You people are logging into Amazon.com. In Amazon.com, you have a place where order. When you click on order, it is asking, please enter credit card details. So she entered MasterCard detail. You have Visa and MasterCard. So she has entered MasterCard details. She click on order. The application is returning and is saying this card is invalid. Now she gets confused. Invalid? What the hell is happening? Again, she will enter the name. Again, she will enter credit card. And again, she'll click on OK. What is happening? Invalid. Now she gets very angry. She will send a mail to Amazon saying that I am providing credit card details, MasterCard, correct, it is failing. So developer will get that one, that the person who developed the Amazon.com, right? He will get it. Really? So he will go and provide Visa card, he click on enter, it is working fine. He will enter MasterCard, it is throwing an error. Yes or no? MasterCard is throwing an error. Now he will come up and say, oh shit, the developer. So keep it in your mind. Now the developer is there. This guy is a developer. Now he figured out there is a bug. So he will start changing the code. Yes or no? He will change the code. Now he will test it. MasterCard is saying there is a bug from his side. He has written a bad code. He has written a bad code. So now he will fix it. Now this code, now what is that one? He has a fix, he has a patch. Now this one has to install into which server? Server number 1, and which server? Server number 2. Now can you tell me, actually this fix will solve where? Which module? The fix will solve which module? Which one? Order, or what is that one? Last one, what is that? What is this one? Okay, what is this one? Fifth module. What is the fifth module? This, so this is a fifth model. Yes or no? Validation. Yes or no? Validation. Actually, where is the problem? Here is the problem. Yes or no? When you apply this fix, okay, what is the problem it will solve? Now people can enter proper credit card and debit card, and here is what we need to apply it, right? Now use your mind and tell me, whenever I apply Amazon patch into this system, what should I do? Whenever I apply a patch into this system, what should I do? Restart what?
Reboot virtual machine.
No, you don't restart complete virtual machine. If you have, see, always remember this one. Most of the people, lot of people provide wrong answers also. It all depends, sir. When he is fixing, what is that? Patch. What is the fix? Fix is present in what is that? Application. You need to restart the application, not the total operating system. Microsoft is providing patches on what is that? OS. So what do you need to restart? OS. Keep it in your mind. It depends upon that one. Most of the things, whenever he is providing a fix, that fix will solve my problem in what is that?
Application.
Application. I have to restart the application. Now, can you please tell me? Now, I'll tell you, let us take an example. Lots and lots of customers are there. Now, lots and customers are clicking. One person is clicking login. One customer is going and clicking add to cart. Lot of people are eating. You applied the patch on validation. Now you need to restart the application. When you restart the application, what are the modules which are getting affected? What are the modules which are getting affected? When you restart the application, what modules are getting affected? When you restart, if everything will be not working, sir, man, come on, guys. Morning, you're getting up my BP, man. Yes, all modules are getting affected. When you install an application, you install any patch. When you install any patch, it will ask you to restart your application. When you restart the application, logging, credit card, rating, order, validation, all will be restarted. All are getting down. Yes or no? All are getting down.
Yes.
So all these things are not working for whenever again what do you do? Again, what do you do? Again, you start your application, then again all will work. So now let us take an example. There is one bug in rating. She has found whenever you are trying to give 5 rating, it is not allowing. There is a bug. Again, developer will write a code. Again, he will release the code. Again, you apply it. Again, you apply it. Where it will affect? Rating, you need to affect it. When you apply a patch, what you need to do? Restart the application. When you restart the application, what are the models which are getting down? All the models getting down. This is the biggest disadvantage of monolithic application. Why? because all the modules are present in one server only. If any one component is not working, all are getting affected. Yes or no? Yes. Hope you understood what
Yes,
is
sir.
monolithic application. Where is this word came? Monolithic came from where? Monolithic came from where? Monolithic is nothing but Egyptian word. What is monolithic? You remember pyramids? You know what is a pyramid?
Yes.
Yeah, what is that, sir? Where are you, sir? In which world you come from? Have you seen this one anytime? Pyramids. Okay. This pyramid, one pyramid is called as monolithic structure. What is monolithic structure? All the rocks are present in one place only, right? Here also, all the applications are present in one place. So this is called as, what is that? Monolithic architecture. What is the disadvantage of monolithic architecture? One application contains all the modules, yes or no? If you are applying any patch, if one thing is not working, all the modules are getting affected, yes or no? When you apply a patch, when you restart, how many modules are there? 6 modules. All 6 are, you need to reboot. So that is the reason why with the containerization, container is very light, only required things I can install. With containers comes into picture, people started, please write it down. People started going into, write it down. What is that? Microservices. Microservices architecture. What is this microservices architecture, sir? Very simple. And you can do a lot of, I would like to go and explain you what I was thinking in my olden days. But as an example, I'll tell you what it is correct. Microservices. What is microservices? Very simple. Can anyone tell me what is microservices?